Dear friends, welcome back to Civil Conclave presentations. Today presentation we are going to discuss about type of beams in the construction. There are different type of beams in construction work according to the function and the nature of the work. The beam is a horizontal structural element that runs horizontally to withstand vertical load coming off the building frame. Beam takes the load and distribute to the end to the transfer to the columns, wall, posts on the both sides of the beam. It only withstands laterally applied loads on the axis of the beam. There are different type of beams in construction as design and requirement as listed below. Type of beams based on material, based on loads and supports, based on shapes and cross section, based on equilibrium conditions, based on geometry, based on construction procedure. Simply supported beams. See, this is the image of the simply supported beams which has been shown here. A simply supported beam is one of the most important and simple type of the beams. As its name suggests, it's supported on both the ends. At one end it is pinned, the other end is pinned as rollers are used. The beam is generally experienced both bending and shearing and sometimes translation moments only when the roller end has been used. According to the type of such as uniformly distributed load and uniform varying load, concentrated load, etc., beams bending and shearing are liable to vary. Fixed beams. See, this is the image of the fixed beams which will be supported in both side fixed ends. There are types of beams in which both ends are fixed and the rotational movement is restrained. Also, the type of a beam in which no freedom to rotate at ends is a fixed beam. The end connections of the beams are provided with reinforcement to restrict the end rotation or a tilting. In reality, all the high-rise buildings are made of the fixed beams, but the way of fixing looks different. The 110-storied height World Trade Center can be considered as a fixed beam. This may not seen clearly due to the presence of immediate columns and beams. Overhanging beam. See, this is the image of the overhanging beam. The overhanging beam is one like a simply supported beam, but its one end is overhand or extended from support to some distance. Generally, every end of the beam is supported by the column. In the case of an overhanging beam, one end of the beam is supported by a column and the other end is overhang without a support. Overhanging beams are generally used to make shades or balconies, can vary from 40 to 120 centimeter in common residential buildings. Double overhanging beam. See, this is the image of the double overhanging beams. As the name suggests, it's a double overhanging portion on both the ends of the beam. In short, these types of beams will have overhangs portion at both the supports. There is a roller support and a rotational movement on both ends of the continuous beam. See, this is the image of the continuous beams. Okay. A beam that has more than two or more support is called continuous beam. It is like a simply supported beam. A beam is called a continuous beam when it is simply supported at both the ends with intermediate support also. These types of the beam have more than one span. Continuous beam most commonly used in bridge construction. A beam of this type has more than two supports along its length. advantages. It has a lesser maximum deflection than a simply supported beam. With a continuous beam, we can use a span or a distance as compared to simply supported beams. It has a lesser maximum positive bending moment than a simply supported cantilever beam. See, this is the image of the cantilever beam. A cantilever beam can be defined as a beam is fixed at one end and free at the other end. In other words, beam is fixed at one end and other end is extended beyond the hang free in the air. In these type of the beams, the loads coming on a transfers to the support where it can manage the moment of force and shear stresses. The cantilever beam's end is ability to move when the load is applied, but no rotation or translation will occur at the fixed end in the concrete. It mostly used in car parking areas, construction of bridges, towers, etc. Cast in situ concrete beam. The other beams which is cast in situ and cured. For the casting of the beam, formwork is fixed in a definite sizes and the fresh concrete poured in the forms, then the compaction done with the help of various vibratory equipments. Precast concreting beams. Image of the precast concreting beams has been shown here. The precast beams are those which are cast or manufactured in a plant which is away from the structure in a very controlled environment, and ideal conditions are provided to casting to ensure the maximum strength of the beam. They are cast at plants and cured in a controlled manner with a high quality steel. The precast beams then transported to the construction site. Pre-stressed concrete beams. See, this is the image of the pre-stressed concreting beams. As the name suggests, they are pre-stressed before concreting the beam. Concreting beamwork is set up with a tension wire in it, and hydraulic jacks are used to give pre-tension before casting. Just before concreting the beam, tension wire is stressed as per the requirement with the help of the hydraulic jack. After the concreting is poured into it and cured, the casting the beam is called as a pre-stressed concreting beams. As we know that the concreting strong in compression but weak in tension, there is a constant efforts to reduce the tension force as the concreting members. Therefore, the concreting beam is pre-stressed so that it will remain under compression more than tension. Lintel beams. See, this is the image of the lintel beam. Lintel beams are generally provided on the top of the door, window, or a ventilation frame. It has the main function to restrict the load that can act on the door and the window frame. It distributes the load from the upper part of the side wall to the side wall on which it is supported. The lintel beam is one of the essential components of the beam. Inverted beam. See, this is the image of the inverted beams. For headroom clearance purpose, we make beams such as bottom of a beam and slab ceiling in the same level, but top surface of the beam is higher than the slab top level normally. The type of beams called are inverted beams. In other words, we want to say that inside the room beam is not visible, but at the top slab level beam is clearly visible. The main reason for providing inverted beam is for aesthetic purposes. Hidden beams. See, this is the image of the hidden beams. Hidden beam is a reinforced concreting beam, also called concealed beam, provided within the depth of the supporting slab. So the depth of the hidden beam is the same as slab depth as it can be noticed in the figures. Concealed beams are popular and form an essential part of modern reinforced concreting beam structure. Lastly, strict and rigid architectural consideration led to the provision of hidden beams. In this manner, the load which might be brick wall will be dealt with it and height of the floor will not be compromised. Thank you for watching this presentation. Kindly subscribe, like and share, which will motivate me for a further good presentation. In case of any queries, do not hesitate to write to me. The response shall be at the earliest. All the images courtesy is the Google Images. You can contact me at civilconclave@gmail.com or at my Telegram group, Civil Conclave Telegram group. The link has been provided as below. Thank you for watching this.